Several powerful explosions were heard in Kharkiv late in the evening of April 3rd. The attack lasted 35 minutes. During this time, 6 kamikaze drones struck residential areas in one of the city's districts. Fires broke out in 4 locations immediately after the explosions. The most severe was in a 2-story house where a drone hit directly into an apartment.
We're on fire. The house is burning. I can't get out. The door is jammed. It's warped like this. And in the second entrance, where it was a direct hit, there are 3, a husband, wife, and a 12-year-old girl. They had a direct hit right into their apartment. And there was a guy downstairs.
Valentina can't reach her son. He was at home when the fire started, and she was staying overnight with relatives.
I still don't know what happened to my son. The apartment is completely burned out, and no one, not even the neighbors, knows where he is or how he is. Among those taken to the hospital, he is not there. And on the second floor, they already know who died. But about him, I can't say anything. I can't. Most likely he perished because he usually stays home at that time. He doesn't go out in the evening.
Rescuers worked all night clearing the debris. The bodies of 4 people were recovered from under the rubble.
Preliminarily, 2 men, a woman and a child. They are so disfigured and burned. There are remains of bodies. The final information will be determined by the National Police's examination.
Emergency rescue operations near the 2-story house continued in the morning. Vadim is trying to recover from the shock. He can't believe that his neighbors are gone. He says that during the fire, he carried his bedridden wife out in his arms. The family managed to leave the burning house.
And the neighbors upstairs, like this, diagonally, they were jumping out of the windows. A girl, a young woman, and a woman around 50. They were jumping on sheets. Well, the girl was taken to the hospital. She broke her leg. They couldn't even get out because the entrance was on fire. The stairs were wooden, everything was wooden. Apparently the door was blocked, so they jumped out of the windows in desperation.
In the same area of the city, Russian drones hit between 2 5-story buildings. There were no fatalities there. However, many people were injured.
We were very scared because, as they say, it seemed like it could hit anywhere, just not us. We went into the corridor and it was real. It saved us because when we looked into the room...
In total, after the attack in Kharkiv, more than 20 houses were damaged, 800 windows were shattered, and rows of burned cars were under the entrances. According to the Kharkiv Regional Prosecutor's Office, Russian forces used the Geran-2 UAV to attack civilians. A total of 35 people sought medical help, including 2 children. One of the injured died in the hospital from the injuries sustained. Natalia Belokudraya, Andrei Domovoy from Kharkiv for the Freedom TV channel.
A group of volunteers from Dnipropetrovsk region arrives in Pokrovsk in the morning. The city administration provided them with several addresses of people who want to evacuate. On the outskirts of the city, loud explosions can already be heard. The Russian army has struck a residential high-rise building with bombs. The group stops to search for survivors and provide assistance.
Is anyone alive? People?
The attack took place in front of the eyes of local civilians who were waiting to be evacuated.
A large explosion hit a 9-story building near us. The entire entrance collapsed. It's destroyed. The entrance is gone. Can you tell if there were people there? I think there were people there.
After rescuing people, volunteers go to another part of the city. This residential area was shelled all night by Russian forces.
There were a lot of explosions here yesterday. Houses were burning. The entire neighborhood was on fire.
Even with electronic warfare system installed on their vehicle to counter drones, traveling through the city remains extremely dangerous. Russian forces have been using fiber-optic drones to attack Pokrovsk for some time.
Wires are scattered all over the city. They constantly get tangled in the wheels. Not only are there wires on the roads, but shells and shrapnel are scattered everywhere. The roads are obstructed with shrapnel shells and unexploded ordnance, but we're still trying to get to the addresses.
The Russian army continuously shells Pokrovsk. Aviation regularly targets the city. Currently, the city is 70% destroyed.
It's impossible to stay in the city. There is no electricity, no water, no power. It's very hard to survive. It's terrifying here. They're shelling both day and night.
Despite the constant danger of being caught in the crossfire, evacuation continues. About 2,500 people still remain in Pokrovsk, with the majority being pensioners.
I think there were people there. A lot of elderly people are suffering. Right near the shop, there are elderly people sitting on the street. They're asking for help. People are buying them food.
During this trip, the volunteers were able to evacuate 4 people. They are planning to return to Pokrovsk in the coming days, as they already have over 10 evacuation requests. According to the regional military administration, in March, 17 civilians were killed in Pokrovsk and 28 others were injured. Reported by Alexandra Zaslavets, Alena Gramova, Evgeny Karmazin from Donetsk region, UATV News.